If you're receiving the Australian age pension, stop what you're doing right now, because there's major news about Christmas bonuses and payment changes coming in 2025 that could put hundreds of extra dollars in your pocket. The government has just confirmed critical updates that every pensioner needs to know about before the end of this year, and if you miss this information, you could be leaving money on the table. Stay with me for the next few minutes because I'm breaking down everything you need to know about the Christmas payment boost, the New Year adjustments, and exactly how much extra money you could be receiving. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to bring you the latest updates on Australian pensions, payments, and financial support that directly impact your life. Today's video is absolutely crucial because we're heading into the Christmas season and there are significant changes happening with the age pension that could affect your holiday budget and your finances going into 2025. Whether you're currently receiving the age pension, about to apply, or you're helping a loved one navigate the system, this information is essential. We're going to cover the Christmas bonus payments, the indexation changes coming in March 2025, eligibility requirements, and exactly when you can expect these payments to hit your account. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's dive into all the details you need to know. The Australian age pension system is preparing for some of the most significant updates we've seen in recent times, and with Christmas just around the corner, the timing couldn't be better for many retirees across the country. The age pension is already the backbone of retirement income for millions of Australians, and understanding these changes could mean the difference between a comfortable holiday season and financial stress. Let's start with what everyone wants to know. The Christmas period traditionally brings some relief for pensioners, and 2024 is no exception. While the government hasn't announced a special one-off Christmas bonus payment like we've seen in some previous years, there are still important payment structures and timing considerations that will affect how much money you receive during the holiday period and into the new year. First and foremost, your regular age pension payments will continue without interruption throughout the Christmas and New Year period. This is absolutely critical to understand because Services Australia operates on a strict payment schedule, and knowing when your money will arrive helps you plan your expenses effectively. For most pensioners, payments are made fortnightly, and the Christmas period doesn't change this schedule. However, if your regular payment date falls on a public holiday, Services Australia will ensure the payment is made on the last working day before that holiday. Now, let's talk about the rates themselves. As of September 2024, the maximum basic rate for a single pensioner is approximately $927 per fortnight, while couples combined can receive up to $1,402 per fortnight. These rates are supplemented by additional payments, including the pension supplement and energy supplement, which brings the total maximum payment for a single person to around $1,017 per fortnight. But here's where things get really interesting for 2025. The age pension is indexed twice a year, in March and September, to ensure it keeps pace with the cost of living. The next indexation is scheduled for March 20th, 2025, and early projections suggest this could be one of the more substantial increases we've seen in recent years. Based on current inflation trends and wage growth data, pensioners could see an increase of anywhere between $20 to $40 per fortnight for single recipients, with couples seeing proportional increases. This March 2025 indexation is calculated using a combination of the Consumer Price Index and the Pensioner and Beneficiary Living Cost Index, which specifically measures the inflation experienced by pensioner households. The government also considers male total average weekly earnings to ensure the pension doesn't fall behind overall wage growth in the economy. This triple benchmark system is designed to protect pensioners from cost of living pressures, and given the sustained inflation we've experienced over the past couple of years, the March increase is expected to provide meaningful relief. Beyond the base pension rates, there are several supplement payments that pensioners should be aware of during this period. The energy supplement continues to provide additional support, though it's worth noting this payment is no longer available to new recipients as of 2017, but existing recipients continue to receive it as long as they remain eligible. For those receiving it, this adds an extra $14 per fortnight for singles and $21 for couples combined. The pension supplement itself is a crucial component that often gets overlooked. This payment helps with costs like telephone, utilities, and other essential expenses. The current maximum rate is around $76 per fortnight for singles and $57 each for couples. This supplement is automatically included in your age pension payment, so you don't need to apply separately. Now, let's address something that causes confusion every year: the timing of payments around public holidays. Christmas Day falls on a Wednesday this year, and Boxing Day falls on Thursday. New Year's Day 2025 will be on a Wednesday. If your regular payment date falls on any of these public holidays, Services Australia will process your payment early. This means if you're normally paid on Christmas Day, you'll receive your payment on Tuesday, the 24th of December. Similarly, New Year's payments will be adjusted accordingly. This early payment schedule is something you need to plan for because it can affect your budgeting. If you receive your money a day or two early, you need to ensure it lasts until your next scheduled payment. Many pensioners find it helpful to set aside a portion of the early payment to cover expenses that would normally be paid after the holiday. For those wondering about eligibility for the age pension or any potential Christmas bonuses, let's clarify the requirements. To qualify for the age pension, you must be at least 67 years old, meet Australian residency requirements, and pass both income and assets tests. The income test examines all your earnings and deemed income from investments, while the assets test looks at the value of your property, savings, and investments, excluding your family home. The current assets test thresholds for the full age pension are quite specific. For a single homeowner, you can have assets up to $314,000 and still receive the full pension. For single non-homeowners, this increases to $596,000. For couples who are homeowners, the threshold is $470,000 combined, and for non-homeowner couples, it's $752,000. If your assets exceed these amounts, you may still receive a part pension, which gradually reduces as your assets increase until you reach the cutoff threshold. The income test is equally important. For singles, you can earn up to $212 per fortnight before your pension starts reducing. For couples combined, this threshold is $372 per fortnight. Above these amounts, your pension reduces by 50 cents for every dollar of income over the threshold. Understanding these tests is crucial because they determine not just your eligibility, but also the exact amount you'll receive. Looking ahead to 2025, there are several policy discussions happening that could impact age pension recipients. The government has been consulting on various measures to improve retirement incomes and ensure the sustainability of the pension system. While no major structural changes have been confirmed for early 2025, it's worth staying informed about potential adjustments to means testing thresholds, indexation methods, or supplement payments. One area receiving particular attention is the treatment of the family home in the assets test. Currently, your principal place of residence is exempt from the assets test regardless of its value. There have been ongoing debates about whether this remains appropriate in areas where home values have skyrocketed, but no changes have been proposed for implementation in 2025. This is something to monitor, but for now, your family home remains protected. Another important consideration for the Christmas period is understanding how any additional income might affect your pension. If you receive a Christmas bonus from a part-time job, or if you have investment income that arrives as a lump sum during this period, you need to report it to Services Australia. Failure to report income correctly can result in overpayments that you'll need to repay, potentially with penalties. The reporting requirements vary depending on whether you're a notification reporter or a stimulus reporter, so make sure you understand your specific obligations. For those who supplement their pension with part-time work, the work bonus scheme provides valuable relief. This allows pensioners of pension age to earn additional income without it affecting their pension payment. Currently, the work bonus allows you to earn up to $300 per fortnight from employment before it impacts your pension, and there's a bank facility that lets unused portions accumulate up to $7,800. This can be particularly useful during the Christmas period if you take on temporary seasonal work. Let's also address the Commonwealth Seniors Health Card, which many age pension recipients automatically receive. This card provides access to cheaper prescriptions through the pharmaceutical benefits scheme, bulk billed doctor visits in some cases, and various state and territory government concessions. If you're on the age pension, you likely already have this card, but it's worth checking its expiry date and ensuring it's renewed if necessary before the Christmas period when you might need to access medical services or prescriptions. The pension loans scheme is another option that's becoming increasingly popular among retirees. This government scheme allows you to receive fortnightly advances against the equity in your home, which are repaid when your property is eventually sold. While this isn't specifically a Christmas bonus, it can provide additional cash flow if you need extra money for the holiday period. The scheme offers a voluntary, non-taxable fortnightly loan that's secured by real estate in Australia, and the interest rate is currently quite competitive compared to commercial reverse mortgages. For couples where one partner receives the age pension and the other doesn't, there are specific rules about how payments are calculated. The income and assets tests apply to the couple as a unit, meaning both partners' resources are considered when determining eligibility and payment rates. This can sometimes create situations where one partner reaching pension age triggers changes in the household's overall Centerlink payments, so it's worth seeking personalized advice if you're in this situation. As we move into 2025, it's also important to consider how the age pension interacts with other government payments and support. If you're receiving rent assistance, this will continue alongside your age pension and will also be indexed in March 2025. Current maximum rates for rent assistance are around $188 per fortnight for singles and $177 per fortnight for couples combined, though actual amounts depend on your rent level. The telephone allowance is another payment that pensioners should be aware of, though it's been replaced by the pension supplement for most recipients. If you're receiving a pension but not the pension supplement, you might be eligible for a separate telephone allowance payment. These details matter because every dollar counts, especially during the expensive holiday season. Now, let's talk about practical steps you should take before Christmas to ensure you're maximizing your entitlements. First, log into your MyGov account and verify that all your details are up to date. Check that Services Australia has your current bank account information, address, and contact details. If any of your circumstances have changed, such as assets being sold or income sources ending, make sure this information has been reported and processed. Second, review your payment schedule and make note of any public holiday adjustments. Download a calendar or set reminders for when payments will arrive so you can budget accordingly. If you're expecting an early payment, plan how you'll make that money last until the next regular payment date. Third, if you have any questions about your entitlements or think you might be missing out on payments you're eligible for, contact Services Australia well before the Christmas period. Their phone lines get extremely busy during the holidays, so calling in early December gives you the best chance of getting your issues resolved without stress. Fourth, consider whether you're claiming all the concessions and support available to you beyond the age pension itself. Many state and territory governments offer additional support for seniors, including utility bill concessions, transport concessions, and rate reductions. These vary by location, so check your state government website or contact your local council to ensure you're not missing out. Looking at the broader picture, the age pension system in Australia is actually one of the more generous in the developed world when you consider the combination of the pension payment itself, supplements, healthcare support through Medicare, and various concessions. The sustainability of the system is regularly reviewed, and while there are always discussions about reform, the political reality is that the age pension enjoys strong support across the political spectrum because it serves such a vital role in supporting older Australians. The December 2024 and early 2025 period brings particular financial pressures for pensioners. Christmas gifts, increased energy use during summer, potential travel to see family, and the general increase in living costs during the holiday season can strain budgets. Understanding exactly what you're entitled to, when payments will arrive, and what changes are coming helps you navigate this period with confidence rather than anxiety. For those approaching pension age in the coming months, now is an excellent time to prepare your application. Gathering the necessary documentation, including proof of identity, residency, income, and assets, takes time. Services Australia recommends applying for the age pension 13 weeks before you reach eligible age. This ensures your payments start as soon as you become eligible rather than facing delays. It's also worth understanding that the age pension is not automatically granted when you turn the eligible age. You must actively apply, and the assessment process examines your entire financial situation. Being prepared with accurate information about your superannuation, bank accounts, property, investments, and any other assets will speed up the process and reduce the chance of complications. So there you have it, a comprehensive breakdown of everything you need to know about the age pension during the Christmas period and the important changes coming in 2025. The key takeaways are that your regular payments continue uninterrupted throughout the holidays with adjustments for public holidays. The March 2025 indexation is expected to bring meaningful increases based on current economic indicators, and there are numerous supplements and concessions available that you should ensure you're claiming. Remember to check your MyGov account, verify your payment dates, and reach out to Services Australia if you have any questions about your specific circumstances. Every person's situation is unique, and while this video provides general information, you may want to seek personalized advice to ensure you're maximizing your entitlements. The Christmas season should be a time of joy and relaxation, not financial stress. By understanding your pension payments and planning ahead, you can enjoy the holidays with peace of mind, knowing your finances are in order. The age pension exists to support you in your retirement years, and staying informed about rates, payment schedules, and upcoming changes ensures you get every dollar you're entitled to. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates on Australian pensions, payments, and financial support. I regularly post videos breaking down complex government policies into clear, practical information you can use. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss important updates, especially when the March 2025 indexation figures are officially announced. I genuinely appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I hope it's given you the clarity and confidence you need heading into the Christmas season and New Year. If you have questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future videos, leave a comment below. I read every comment and use your feedback to create content that truly helps you. Wishing you and your family a wonderful Christmas season and a prosperous 2025. Take care, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.